better go to the washroom.
You know what? You probably should.
And he started recording. We're going to shit talk you so hard right now.
Go for
Be like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's
you
being
know
recorded.
Steve?
So, yeah.
Ugh, the worst.
Primarily Critical. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical. If movies had an after party, this would be it.
If you've not seen this film, we suggest that you do so before listening any further.
We've got spoilers, trivia, and opinions like crazy, and we can't wait to share them.
Good, bad, horrific, weird, or gross.
We pass judgment on them all.
Today, this summer camp will make you famous.
Oh,
My name is Steve. I'm here with
John.
And
Brittany.
today we're covering Rim
Oh,
of the World. Rim of the World.
Rim of the World. This was Steve's pick.
This was not my
I
pick.
cannot believe that Steve picked this movie. It's unreal.
I noticed that when you
I
put
thought better of you.
when you do a Netflix movie,
Oh.
you get to see the budget, but you don't get to see the returns.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's interesting because how can you base?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
interesting.
How do you calculate that?
Right.
I don't know. Rim of the World.
Oh man, I am so sorry. First 10 minutes into it, I felt like I should text everybody and say, I apologize now. Because we at home, I usually have a rule in the first 10 minutes if a movie seems like I'm not, because I don't watch that many movies in the first place. So if it doesn't catch me in the first 10 minutes, I'm fucking out. I have better things to do.
Yeah.
But I was like, I already picked this movie. I have to watch it.
You're married to
Right.
it.
And I'll never get that time back. And I'm very sad about that. And I am so sorry that I made you sit through this.
Okay, well, let me just say something here first, just to help ease your pain there, is that I think this movie would have been, for 12 to 15 and perhaps, stoned 17-year-olds, they would love this movie.
Maybe.
I think they would love this movie. I think it, it might be on their top 5 of best movies of all time. In that,
It's got an audience somewhere. It's got an audience
I'm
somewhere.
sure.
It feels like a family adventure, But then they throw these really weird, dirty jokes.
They
like
did.
the Lithuanian smoothie.
Yeah.
Did
I don't
anybody-
even
did anybody
remember. I
look
didn't
this?
catch that. What is?
You didn't catch that?
Where was that in the movie?
Did you look it up?
I did not.
Okay.
Please do tell.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Do
two of the kids are talking about. Okay, I wish I could remember their names. Okay, the black kid. His name is
Darius.
Darius, yeah.
He's insulting the convict kid who is
Oh, Gabriel.
Gabriel, and he talks about him going to prison and getting a Lithuanian smoothie, and the other kid, Alex, is like, "What's a Lithuanian smoothie?" And he says, "You don't need to know." Right?
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
I obviously
So you
paused the
did
movie and looked it up.
Good
and
stuff.
Tell us.
And
I want to hear you describe it because I feel like
Yeah.
it's going to be really dirty.
it is. It's awful.
Can you
Okay,
wink
well,
when you say it too?
Awful. Okay. All right, I'll try and wink.
Yeah, say
Lick
it
your lips,
slowly.
too.
I want use your that deep, sexy tone. Use that.
Okay, so have you ever heard of smegma?
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Well.
Oh no.
I'm
so scared right now.
That's that's going down on a guy with a lot of smegma.
Oh.
That's called a Lithuanian smoothie.
Yeah, I don't know how the Lithuanians got
Wow.
roped into that, but
Jesus. Wow. Okay.
That makes me want to gag, but not in a good way.
no. For those of you who don't know what smegma
Is there a
is,
good way of gagging?
it's a slimy dick. It's a slimy dick.
Oh God! Wow.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
They put that in a kids movie.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So here's the thing. When I chose this movie, and
All right.
by me, I mean when Steve chose this movie to watch, I saw the preview, the brief trailer that shows up when you hold the button over the picture on Netflix.
Right.
That's what I saw. It was so brief.
Yeah.
It was about kids and aliens, and I was like, oh wow, I love alien stuff. And I'm like, sometimes these new kids are like funny. They're crazy and funny, and they got all this social media, so they know so much stuff that we never knew. I'm going to have to do
that thing where I put the thing over Netflix and see that trailer.
Yeah, it just like pops up, right? And so it looked like there was some action and maybe some, aliens and whatever. So I was like, oh, it's probably like a new Goonies, like a new age, a 2019 Goonies. And I thought, oh, I loved the Goonies when I was a kid. This might be actually really entertaining. Yeah. And then I got 10 minutes in and I was like, fuck. This is terrible.
Crazy,
yeah.
I just feel like
those camp counselors were
they were
not
bad.
Chicken shit. They call like, you're this guy, and he's drinking alcohol
and
from a flask.
The black guy handshake when he's like, this is a handshake's only for black guys, and I'm like, okay, first of all, are we still doing this? Like, what year is this? We're only maybe some people are allowed to have handshakes and some aren't, which whatever. But I thought, like, if this movie is sort of being marketed to kids, which it kind of is that the kind of stuff we want to be showing kids? Like, we're still racist. I felt like all the jokes and the sort of innuendos were. Kids. But it was.
But it certainly falls short for an adult film.
Yeah. So then, who was it for? Like, it definitely wasn't for us.
Okay. Well, listen. My Netflix account has a lock on it. It has a parental lock.
Okay.
So I need to put a code in whenever a movie is inappropriate for my kids, and I need to put a code in for this.
Is that your Netflix or your YouPorn account?
Netflix. They don't quite know how to get
okay, so your point is that Netflix is saying this is not appropriate for children.
That's right.
Oh.
So this is just no good for adults, though.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I didn't like the movie. If that's what you're saying.
Well, I mean, this is the problem. Like, I really feel like this wasn't a bad movie for kids,
for that age group.
But take out you didn't need the vulgar, and you didn't need the vulgar. It was unnecessary. It wasn't even, I mean, you had a big budget movie. I mean, you had alien ships, you had big aliens, you had all kinds of stuff going on with big special effects. So you didn't need to add this little bits of vulgar stupidity to make it an adult film that was not for adults.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
I know.
I felt that the first few minutes, like especially when the kids are arriving to the camp, was super racist.
Yeah.
For
weird.
no reason.
Yeah.
It was like when there was two camp counselors sitting around a fire talking about how like all of this was designed to hold people down, and you're like, where did this, first of all, why is this even in the movie? Right. So that part, I don't feel like that shouldn't even be marketed to, that shouldn't even be part of the movie.
No.
I just felt like it was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
And then things like when there was a camp counselor and the kids ended up hiding, the two kids were in the outhouse.
Yeah.
And the camp counselor comes in and he's like
puking
on
and pissing
the kids. And I'm like, okay, well, this isn't for kids, but it's certainly not for adults. Like,
what adults do? I mean, maybe like maybe meth addicts would love this.
Maybe,
maybe that's
maybe
it.
Meth addicts made it. I don't know.
I don't know. I was going to bring one more. You brought up the Lithuanian smoothie. Thank you. Motorboating.
Yeah.
Now, should I know what this is? Because I didn't know what this is.
What? You didn't know?
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
see, so I should know what this is, right? So who's going to explain this to me? What's motorboating? Because I don't know.
Oh, it's just when you put your head in boobs and go like.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah.
Like motorboat.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Like a motor in the water.
Yeah.
But on boobs.
But to go on the completely other end of it,
that wasn't for kids.
These kids, they find themselves in a mall, and they put the clothes on that Adidas.
Right.
Yeah. And then they have a dance party.
Yeah.
They have a dance party. And it's incredibly innocent.
This movie was so terrible.
The what?
This movie was bad. It was
bad.
bad all
really
around.
Yeah.
In the beginning, when the aliens start to take over, and they just, instead of doing some great edits, they like just put a filter on the camera. It seemed like a very like sepia colored filter to make it very goldeny, and why even?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It reminded me of Call of Duty after the bomb. I don't know if you guys played Call of Duty, but anyway, yeah. Yeah,
it was
they'll
bad.
They'll know.
Yeah.
Someone will know, and they'll school us later.
Yeah.
But it was just bad.
It was bad.
Well done.
It was bad.
Acting. I feel
Mediocre
like
at best.
these kids, we're very spoiled now with the like Stranger Things kids, because those kids are amazing. They're so fantastic, and these kids seemed like they hadn't even taken lessons. Like, I don't.
Well, and not like. I mean, I can't blame it 100% on the kids acting.
Certainly.
Is that I feel like the story fell them short too. The writing fell short for the kids because we get very poor development of these characters. Really, we get like. I think it's like one line for each one of them in the movie that sort of explains like
their backstory.
Yeah. I mean, Alex was developed a little further. They went to the thing, like they had little flashes about his dad dying in the fire, right? But all the other kids, it really was like one line that brought up, and that was their whole history. Yeah. So you get, with such poor character development, you kind of are stuck in a spot where you're not going to come across as a convincing character. You know what I mean? And so they're already at a deficit when they're trying to act. You know, so. Yeah,
it was really unfortunate.
There's a moment where the alien probes the kid's face. He probes Darius.
Yeah.
He probes Darius' face. And that moment, you think, oh, there's an alien inside Darian now. Wait until he bursts out or something like that. Right? Nothing
comes of it.
Nothing happens.
No.
And if that was an adult movie, that should have happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can't
kill off a kid.
You can't set that up and then not pay it off.
We've all seen many alien movies, and we know that when that happens, there's something's going to burst out of the belly or something,
or out of the butt or something. Out of the back of the mouth.
Anything.
That's right. Yeah.
We want.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it's a flop in my opinion. Really, like I say, it would be great though for that age group if they didn't put the stuff that ruled out that age group. So.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. This is my fault.
We've done worse movies.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Have
we seen Gettysburg?
No.
Gettysburg's a great movie. What are you talking about?
Gettysburg is a 5-hour speech.
Well, it's a 5-hour. It's a very long movie. But, okay. Also, was this not the deepest swimming pool ever? The only swimming pool in the like you got this massive huge.
Yeah.
You know, you're like I'm thinking, that's no good plan. He's got some plan with the pool? How's that going to work? And then
this whole movie,
this massive alien just completely submerges into what I would assume would be the deep end would be 8 feet and.
Yeah. Max.
Well, I guess the kid's weight wasn't enough to bring the thing down.
Sure. I don't know. Everything was bad. And I felt like all of these stereotypes were from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, why did all of a sudden, what was her name? Zen? Why did all of a sudden she just know how to drift? She's like 11 or 12. And she knows how to just like drive a stick and drift?
Yeah.
Ow! That's my daughter.
Yeah.
Penny.
That was weird.
Like, why?
Yeah.
That's a stereotype from 1991. Yeah. And why is this? I don't know. And
I felt there was an 80s, 90s vibe to this entire movie. Like it felt dated in some weird way.
But not a good way.
And not in a good way. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There was a moment where it seems like they killed the dog thing.
Yeah.
With the jet engine from the pod.
Right.
Yes. And then they killed the main guy with the jet engine in the test lab. So apparently this alien has a vulnerability to jet engines. But nothing else.
Nothing else.
Yeah. No, he got shot.
He survived re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere.
And why only one alien? Like you feel like there's an invasion going on. You got the military's flying their jets by to chase, and yet there's just this one alien that managed to get onto Earth, and that's it.
Yeah,
I suppose the aliens didn't really. If I was going to defend the movie, the aliens didn't understand the significance of the problem.
Okay,
maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Why were they even there? Like, what did they want? Penny's totally showing off right now.
Yeah.
Resources.
Yeah. Trying to be a podcast star.
Jesus Christ.
She's just chilling. Do you not hang out on tables like
Shall we get into the trivia?
Yes. Let's do it.
Unless we're missing something. You guys have questions or something?
Well,
I don't have questions. It's mostly complaints
Yeah.
about this movie.
It's a horrible movie.
I can't believe you picked this, Steve.
Okay, Tony
Yes.
Cavalleros.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Tony Cavalleros, who plays Conrad. His real life wife, Annie Cavallero, plays the zipline counselor in the film. Is that who he was making out with?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The one with the short shorts.
And Conrad was the barfing,
Yeah, he's the mullet wearing.
pissing on the outhouse guy. Right, okay. So he's
in another show.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Game Over Man. I'm not sure if you watched our podcast.
I watched
on
a little
that.
bit of it. Just
We covered
Yeah,
Game Over Man. Who was in Game Over?
So the Adam Devine, who's in Game Over Man, is in a new show on Crave TV called The Righteous Gemstones, and that guy, Tony Cavallero, with the mullet, who's peeing on the kids, he's in that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Does
the
he play the
guy,
same kind of character.
what, sort of?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But also, another person from that show is in this. The guy, another complaint that I have is the guy that was in jail that they let out of jail had
Right.
literally
Roy
no
or something
part, no business being in this movie. And he's also in The Righteous Gemstones.
Okay. Lou.
Anyways.
Oh,
Lou.
yeah. Lou.
And what was even the point of that plot twist? Like,
Yeah.
why? Just to throw the kids off for a little bit, I guess? I don't know. I have complaints.
Yeah.
They wanted the alien to kill more people.
I guess.
Yeah. Just,
It was very stupid.
It was forced.
It was.
It was forced. Anyway,
Wow.
moving
Don't
along.
bait me.
Are we getting it? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh,
a
right.
car smashes through a guardrail on a bridge, yet in the following scene, there is no evidence of a break in the railing.
That's right.
Oh,
I did notice that.
I
Now,
tapped out emotionally at that point.
Yeah, at that point, I
didn't
was
even
not
notice.
caring about paying attention
No.
about the little things. You know.
now the top trivia piece is the only piece of trivia that was available on IMDb at the point of filming this. So the other pieces are either continuity goofs or whatever else I could scrape together.
Oh.
Yeah, just so you know. Yeah, I totally noticed that the bridge was fine.
I did not.
But I mean, they were trying to film it cleverly so that it wasn't really showing.
Yeah.
I just want to sigh heavily at this movie. Okay, the kids find a stick shift Mustang, but the girl who drives it keeps her right hand on the wheel and her left hand out the window throughout the scene, including times when she would have to be shifting gears.
Wow. Yeah.
So many things.
Wah, wah, wah.
Thumbs down to this
Thumbs
movie.
down.
My oh my.
Are we gonna have a bunch of really angry 11-year-olds now that are gonna watch this?
Well,
doubt
we
it.
can handle it.
We
Yeah. We'll
can
take
we can take her.
We could take them.
We can take her. When Alex first meets Zen, he greets her in Mandarin with the phrase "Jibruk."
I'll go with it. I don't know. My Mandarin is a little rusty. You know.
While the English subtitles read, "I offer greetings, my fair princess," it actually means "excuse me, pardon me, or sorry." The phrase does not contain anything that could be interpreted as "fair princess" under any other
or any other compliment.
or any
Well,
other
I thought that because they did this a couple times, in that there's just a short little verbal dialogue.
Yeah.
And then there's this long sentence that I'm like, really? They have like just one word that means all that? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of complaints.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry that I made you guys sit through this.
Oh, it's
If you invite me back, I promise I'll pick a better movie.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Actually, I have a special game we can play.
Oh, good.
good. That sounds fun.
Is it about
Now-
all the movies that I've picked that you haven't liked?
It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick game. It's a way to get followers on Twitter and Instagram, and maybe even people could join us on Discord.
Right on.
So what I'm going to ask you guys
Okay.
is when we meet Alex,
Yes.
his one room wall has a bunch of computer screens on it. Remember this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When his mom comes in.
When his mom
Yeah.
comes in, I want you guys to guess how many computer screens were there.
Oh.
Oh boy.
And then when this podcast is released, I will I'll tweet it out and I'll Instagram it out and I'll Discord it out so you all can find out what the real answer is.
Oh man, you know you're going to embarrass me. You're asking me to put something out here publicly from the worst memory that probably exists on Earth.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 6.
I was going to say 15.
Oh man, see,
Wow,
there you go.
totally
You're probably
different
way
answers.
closer. Yeah.
I just feel like there was a lot. Like he had, for some reason, a ton of screens, but he
Yeah.
wasn't really doing anything. I don't know.
Did you want to change your answer?
Sure, I'll up it to 16.
The price is right.
Oh,
Okay, final answer?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Do you know what the answer is?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Am I close? Are we close?
I'll let you know when
Ugh.
I'm not
You can't put
filming.
it now because the game would be over then.
The game would be over
fine.
then.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, final answer 15, right?
15 is my final
Okay.
answer.
Well, I can't wait to share that on
Yeah.
those social networks. I can't wait for you all to join us, and this is going to be fun.
Yes, this is going to be fun.
I like this.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to check out our podcast next week, Monday at noon. We're covering Underworld. That's my pick. Now, when I saw this, I thought, why haven't I picked this long ago? I was a big fan of it was kind of like vampire and werewolf movie. You know, it was my wet dream at the time it came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a really...
Kate Beckinsale. I hear
well, yeah, well, there's that too.
you.
I mean, it scratched so many itches for me. It was a wonderful female protagonist and like all this action that I can't wait to,
Sure.
D&D stuff,
Hot Lincolns.
Yeah.
I get it.
Anyway, I can't wait to talk about it. I'm going to be talking about it with Christian and Greg, and if all goes according to plan, obviously. I'm Steve. This is
John?
and this is
Brittany.
Catch You Then.
Bye-bye.
Primarily